Yeah. Hi, this is Elizabeth and Elton Brewington with Brightside channel, and I'm so delighted to have Jackie, who is the UK importer, and she also runs a retail gift store. And we are going to start, Jackie and I, doing book signing and reading. We'll have our first author coming down from Dallas in December. So stay tuned for some great events at BritFix. Over to you, Jackie.
Yes, my husband and I, we started and co-own BritFix in Goldsboro. Essentially, we sell British foods, teas, we have frozen items, we have gifts. And over the last 3 years, we have built up quite a faithful clientele. We do some mail orders, but mostly we enjoy having people come to the store, and they do come. Most of them are expats, and so they come so that they can get their British foods. But we have a lot of people too. North Carolina is a military state, and Goldsboro is a military town because we have Seymour Johnson. So we frequently have people come in who've either been stationed in England or are married to a British person. So it's been exceptionally gratifying to work with a lot of veterans, because we do have a lot of veterans. Personally, of course, I was married. Well, I am married. I'm still married, but he's no longer in the Air Force. But my husband is a veteran. But in my own family, of course, in England, my father was a veteran, my brother's a veteran, my mother was a veteran. She just recently passed away, and they all served. They served in the British Air Force, the Royal Air Force. And then on my husband's side, his father is a Purple Heart recipient. He fought in Korea, and he was a point man. And that's actually how he earned his Purple Heart, because of that was kind of a dangerous position. And also his father fought in World War II. So we have lots of veterans in our family. I have a soft spot for veterans because, as Donna said, some people don't see active service. My husband was never in a battle zone, but there were many who were, and we cannot overstate the sacrifice that many have made over the years. And we in England, we're coming up to Veterans Day in America, but in England we call it Remembrance Day. It's always on the nearest Sunday to Armistice Day, which is November the 11th. So whichever Sunday is closest. And they do a very special ceremony at the Albert Hall, where they recognize veterans. And one of the things that we enjoyed watching is at the very end of the ceremony or the service, poppy leaves fall, because, as you know, the poppy is representative of veterans. It's to do with the Flanders Field, the poppies in Flanders Field. And then there's also wreath laying and that. So it's very much, I think it's almost a British American thing, especially, but there are other countries that observe their veterans in similar ways. But this is just a special time that we can remember those who gave their life, but also those who served, and in any capacity in the military. So anyway, that's me.
That's a wonderful name. Well, thank you for watching, and watch for the BritFix Facebook page, because we're going to be posting a lot of events and activities, and I want you all to go there and look for, and especially during Veterans Day, buy the poppy. Tell them about the little brooches that you have. Yeah.
I thought I had one here. Of course, I can't find it. Yes, we do actually have one thing that's very common in England at this time of year is the British Legion. They raise money for the veterans, and it's a lot of times it's the older veterans to help them, nursing homes, things like that. But they sell poppies, and every year you give a donation and you get a poppy and you pin it to your clothing. So what I do is each year is I go to the British Legion website in England and I order, in other words, I make the donation, poppies, and we have them in our store. And this year I actually purchased um, some metal poppies that you can wear year after year. They're brooches. It's very it's a very emotional thing, I think, when you see people wearing the poppies. It's a reminder, a visual reminder of all of those people who serve, because I try to make a point myself, and I know lots of other people do. When you come across a veteran, whether it could be a veteran, could be someone still serving, uh, if you have an opportunity, take time to thank them for their service, because I think sometimes people, if you've never been part of the military, attached to it, or had parents in the military, married the military, you don't always understand the sacrifices that are made, and not necessarily sacrifices in a war zone, or but sacrifices where the time spent serving, sometimes away from your loved ones, quite often away from your loved ones in some career fields. And I think that's very important that we acknowledge, that there is a sacrifice, one way or another, for serving your country.
I think so. I agree. Couldn't agree more. Very well said. Thank you so much.
Yes,
So get up, and if you know a veteran, it'll make a great gift. So get one of those beautiful poppy brooches, and I think that sounds like a great gift. Thank you.
thank you so much, Jackie, for your service.